we're back in our virtual communities interview portion. Our guest for today may be familiar to you guys. She never fails. Actually, she never fails to be in the top three performers list in virtual TM Cebu site. Okay, her name is Nina Jane Irineo. Or Nina?
Hi there. Hi everyone. Hi Miss Kat.
Hi. Nice meeting you, Nina. How are you?
Doing great. Medyo wala lang masyadong tulog but of course it's still okay kasi it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday blues. Um, all right. As I mentioned earlier, you are always in the top performers list.
Mhm.
Um, can you describe the work environment or
Mhm.
culture in which you are most productive and happy?
Yeah. So actually, I'm most productive and happy when basically I work at home. So literally, being alone, it's like I'm not saying that I'm an introvert person because I also like or I love also working with other people. So, but most of the time, maybe I prefer to work with my own. But of course, when it comes to group effort, I make sure na I'm also involved in that particular situation like that. So working alone for me has some advantages like there are no distractions at all, and a very organized work area because it helps me to stay focused. So sometimes I also work with music on because it boosts my work mode and also it will calm my senses.
Yeah, me too. I love music. And you say you're not really an introvert, maybe
Mm-hmm.
an ambivert like me. You know, we can be sometimes both
Mm-hmm.
introvert or we can
Yes,
be
yes.
manic at the same time and there's, people around.
Yeah, so actually it depends on the situation as well. So of course we are working virtually and it's home based. So for me, I prefer to work alone, of course, in my
Hmm.
own
Hmm.
area. However, I can also deal with other people, especially when you work in the office. I mean, you work in a corporate office na you have to go inside an office na may mga ibang empleyado. So of course, you have to deal with them as well.
Good to know. That means we are flexible and we
Yes,
can
yes.
easily adjust or adapt to
Mm-hmm.
the work environment that we are in. I'm curious as to what your past coworkers say
Mm-hmm.
about your work ethic.
Before I actually in a call center. So aside from that, I also work in a clinic because I was a nurse before. And most of them would say na I'm always on time. So basically, I really don't want to get late. So for me kasi time is really important. So like every minute counts for me. So I make sure everything are well planned and so that you could possibly stay focused as well because sometimes if nagkrakram ka there would be a lot of errors, so mas maraming mistakes. So it is better to be on time and you have planned ahead of time. So it's just simple as that. You have to make sure na you have to do more in your job. So para mas ano din you are becoming more confident. So it is really important to be efficient. So I don't really want to waste any opportunities like that.
All right. So you are a registered nurse.
Yes, yes po.
Uh, what made you decide to
Mm-hmm.
enter call center world,
Mm-hmm.
BPO?
Yes. Before po kasi I took the exam, I mean my board exam while I was working. parang I just waited the result. But then at first po, I failed uh, the board. So at that
Mhm.
time, I continued na lang na mag-work sa call center. And then I've realized po na I have to pursue pa rin yung nursing. So again, I took another shot. So I resigned from work and then I took my board. So then that's the time na I had already passed my exam. So since then, when I became a registered nurse, I work in a clinic. It's a diagnostic clinic. So
Mhm.
I've just stayed like for a year only. And then parang may hinahanap pa rin ako. So I tried to apply in other country. But
Mhm.
then maybe hindi talaga, I'd work also there but in a few months only. So I don't think na parang para sa akin yun, but I know that there are other plans. So and then when I came back here in the Philippines, my my friend, my sister's friend suggested na while you don't have any plans yet, why don't you apply for home base? Ganon. So I've tried to apply. Then luckily I was accepted by DST.
Oh, so DS is your first
First,
home-based
yes,
employee. Ah, okay.
yes.
I think a lot can relate because like me, I studied nursing, but
Mm,
I wasn't able to finish it.
mm,
But yeah, a lot in the BPO industry are, nurse as well,
yes, yes,
registered nurse.
yes.
Okay. Um, what are your challenges, any
Mm.
aspect?
Challenges at work. I don't know. Maybe for now, working late, or I mean working at night, I don't know if it's a challenge for me because I may say it's a blessing in disguise because hindi talaga ako yung parang mabilis, yung I don't get easily feel sleepy at night, so parang may insomnia. So it's a like advantage for me na may insomnia kasi I have to work at night and it's a win-win situation for me. So the only thing is that maybe I have a lack of sleep because of course it is hard for me to sleep in the morning. So I make it sure na I take vitamins to support my immune system kasi I really don't want to get sick. Maybe that's the
Hmm.
only challenge I had right at the moment.
I think there are really people that are blessed with, you know, people that can easily sleep anytime,
Yeah.
anywhere. And I can so much relate to you. I diagnosed myself as an insomniac
Mm.
since teenage years. And si- I don't really work at home. I mean, I'm not an office based. I'm not a home based employee, but at times I work at home, and most of the time I go to the office to work. And what I love the most is that I need not go through all the traffic.
Mm,
Davao is
yes.
now, yeah, is now experiencing traffic.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually for now, traffic is not a challenge anymore because of course I'm already working at home. So not like before that you have to wake up very early just to avoid the traffics. And then aside from traffics, you have a lot of stress. Makikipag-unahan ka sa
Mm-hmm.
mga public vehicle, sa mga tao. So that is that's really stressing me out.
All right. And lastly, what is there um
Mm-hmm.
to celebrate about currently?
Mm. For me, maybe being part of DST and having a virtual family. So actually, I had experienced a good recognition from DST because not like before from my previous company, hindi ko masyadong na-experience yung ganitong recognition from them. So that's why I am very blessed and grateful to be a part and of course to be included as one of the top performers.
Oh, you know what? DST is blessed. to
Mhm.
yeah, by having you as an employee.
Thank you, Miss Kat.
All right, I think that's it.
Mhm.
I really appreciate your time, your insights. You're hearing about you guys, about you. You
Mhm.
represent the community, and
Mhm.
I think a lot can relate in your story and what you just have said and shared to us. And really appreciate it. Thank you, Nina.
You're welcome, Miss Kat, and thank you as well for giving me this opportunity po to share. And actually, I would like to motivate some of my co-workers na
Mm,
it's really important that you have to be more patient, lalo na this kind of industry. So, of course, there are a lot of people na we maybe there are a
encounter.
lot of people na parang yeah we have encountered na of course they have different attitudes as well. So the most important thing is that we have to deal with them and we have to make sure na nakikipagsabayan din tayo. And of
Right.
course, you have for me kasi when I start my day, I make sure na napaka positive ko and I praise God that He is giving me this opportunity. Yun lang.
Really, it's our perception, on
Mm-hmm.
things. Right.
Yes.
You're right, Nina. I can so much relate to it because um I also used to make calls outbound, an appointment setter.
Yes.
So we really just have to be positive and just continue calling.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome po. Thank you din, Miss Kat.
Keep tight.
Fighting.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.